Good morning. Today is the 8th of November and this is part 9 of the slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2025 NEC Classic Motor Show, sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. I do apologise in advance if I get things wrong, if I fall over, which has almost happened yesterday. I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. I've got to say, viewers, I apologise as well if I get trying to buy announcements. Anyway, we're going to start on the Lancaster Insurance stand with this part and some very, very nice shiny cars, including this 1983 Mark 1 Golf GTI. Quite a late one. Is this a campaign? I don't think it is. The campaigns were the ones right at the end. Having grown up with the Mark 1 Jetta in the family, those are really rare, the Mark 1 Jettas. I appreciate this sort of austere 70s really design of the interior. Just a very iconic car, very popular classic, always have been for years of Mark 1 GTIs. That one is in superb condition. Other like this Aston here as well. This is in lovely condition too. I believe I have seen this before. Got some friends in there, look like they're having some fun, particularly Tigger, off on a journey somewhere. Yeah, it's an A35, you've got a slightly larger rear window. It's one of the ways you can tell, and the grille and things. That's in lovely condition. Then we've got this MGB GT. This one is a 72. MGBs are so common. There's 15,000 or something on the road in this country. There's absolutely loads, but this is in incredible condition. It's beautiful. Same with the Morris Minors. There's 12,000-15,000 of these on the road. There's actually quite a few minor millions too. This is a minor million. They made the badge by just sort of, you can see where they're joined just here. To just make the minor million. These were made, I think 61 these were made. They're all made in this extraordinary colour. Absolutely astonishing colour, this one. Which, very typical of a kind of electric early 60s. This one, of course, it's in stunning condition. Next you've got a Mark II Metro City 5-door. I drove one of these actually in 2022, I think it was. It was an 87. Metro City with no rear wiper, I don't think. This one seems to have a rear wiper, which is nice. Quite late for an A-Series Metro, 1989. I remember actually these, there were so many of these when I was growing up around, and they all rusted away really quickly. They had no value, so nobody really cared about them. Now, Metros really do have quite a following, and I've driven 4 of these actually on my channel. I'm quite fond of them, but my favourite would be a Van den Pla. Some more tasty treats on here. Goodness me, viewers. A DB7. Yes, please, viewers. Have one of these. It's a manual. Handbrakes on the right, of course. Oh, there's 2. Viewers, and this one has a beige leather interior with wood and piping. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers, very much in fact. Can't remember exactly what year this is, got a personal plate on it. Actually both the DP7s have personal plates on them, so I don't know. Answer the comment section below, those of you who have time to register check these, because I don't, because I've got too many shambolic shuffles to do today. Next we've got this Ford Cortina. It's probably a 2000 GT. Yes, please, viewers. That's very nice. Yeah, 2000 GT. Facelift car, I think, 73, 74 plate. It's very similar to the one they used in the first 2 series of the Sweeney, actually. I think I'm right about that. And then another Ford. We like Fords on this channel, viewers. We also like Fords at the show, it seems, because yesterday I was in the Ford Hall Hall 8, which is pretty much all Fords, which is fine. Tyres, gosh, this is a Cosworth engine Capri. Quite a late one, 86 would be. It was the year last year they made them. It's like a recreation, isn't it? With Cosworth stitched seats in it. Capri Cosworth. Obviously, we didn't actually make them. The nearest thing would be, I don't know, a Turbo Technics or something like that. But it's very nice. Also nice is this late E36 BMW. 98, 99 registration. So last year they made these, I think this is a convertible one. Last year they made them was 99. This is a 98, just a little bit before that. It's a 323i, £6,000. Call 07989 974 545. It's very small. And his name is Jazz. I quite like that, viewers. I prefer a beige leather interior, but I think we'll take what we can get. Go on quickly next to this Mark 1 Golf, pre-facelift one. It's not a swallowtail, that would be even earlier than this one. But this is an unusual thing, and most of the Mark 1 you see are GTIs. This is not. It's not at all. It's a really basic one, and there's a little hole there where the radio would be. 4-speed gearbox. A steer as a steer can get. I mean, the Volkswagen in the 70s and 80s did not give you, in general, a luxurious interior. They gave you a practical interior, but luxury not really. UUU from Dovercourt Volkswagen to St John's Wood. 77, 78 registration. There's some of the service history. No mirror because it's a base model. You don't need a mirror apparently. The passenger side, you don't need one, and left-hand drive wipers because I can't bother to move them over for our market seemingly. Goodness me, okay. Then we'll have a look at this 190E with some very flashy BBS wheels. A bit more luxurious than the Golf, that's for sure. Don't know what year this is. It would be after about sort of 87, I think, is when the Sacco mouldings came in. To make it look a bit more modern. This is just a 1.8. Actually, if it's a 1.8, this will be one of the last ones. They only introduced that about 91, 92, the 1.8s came in. 1.8 automatics are quite slow. But that doesn't matter, does it? Porsche 911 964 here with some enormously wide arches. Zweite Entwicklung, second development. Halveld Sheffield. Interesting. Left-hand drive. If that number plate's got anything to do with the age of the car, it'll be about 1989, so when the 964 actually came out. Right, the friendly face of historic motorsport apparently. The Vintage Sports Car Club. This is a 1930 Lee Francis P-Type. Lee Francis is a manufacturer who were based locally here, based in Coventry, until the early 50s. Like sort of Armstrong Siddeley or something like that, they just kind of disappeared like so many other manufacturers. There wasn't enough space for them in the car market after the war. But this is the 1930s, 95 years old, this car, and it is amazing. Look at patina on the bodywork here. Super. Actually got something a bit more powerful. It's in a Peugeot. I mean, I prefer the look of this to the modern Peugeots. And it is, well, it's 111 years old, so 1914. Goodness gracious me. I'm not sure I'd like to drive that, viewers. I feel a bit sort of scared, especially because the exhaust is right by my left arm. We know what happened to Tim Birkin, don't we? Anyway. Please be aware of mud and at your own risk. We'll stay away from that so we don't get covered in mud. It's probably a good idea. Obviously, Austin 7 here. There's an Ulster. It's in 1930. Obviously, we've been doing some trials in that, just like they used to do back in the 40s, when there were zillions of these around and people kept modifying them for competitive use. That's how Lotus got started, of course, using modified 7s. Another 1930 Ulster. This is showing it a bit when it's a bit cleaner. Not sure what work's going on. There's like a restoration show down here. And then very, very nice 1936 Riley 12-4 Sprite. I like this. That is really nice. Riley were a company that made beautiful, beautiful cars. It's a shame that they basically turned into sort of band engineering exercise, and by '69 it was all over. The Castrol, though, that they were making at the end, the 1300, was the last Riley on sale. It was actually pretty nice, though, to be honest. One of my friends used to own one of those, Alex from All Things Alex, and I did a walk around of this car last year, I think it was, or was it early this year? I can't remember now. Anyway, let's have a look at some ACs. Is this actually a genuine AC Cobra? Yeah, sort of. It's not one of the 60s ones, it's a continuation car. It's a Mark IV. This is a 1991. Looks very, very similar to the older ones, but I'm sure if you go to see the dash and things like that, it'll look different. Yeah, we've got some far more modern switchgear in there, so very valuable, but not quite kind of the sort of $1 million, $2 million mark. And an AC3000 ME. Oh, viewers! Wow, we like these a lot. Unfortunately, it never really sort of took off in the way that they expected. It was first, I think, shown in 1973, but they didn't start manufacturing these until 1979, and this will be one of the very first. Look at all these sort of random little bits. I think it's Italian tail lights or something on this. As far as I remember, this had the 3-litre Essex in it, but obviously later ones were a bit different. Fabulous. Okay, let's go look at the Jaguar Drivers Club. 1956 Jaguar D-Type long nose. Goodness. This is a very, very expensive car. It's not a lot of room for whoever's driving it, but you know, never mind, you don't really need a lot of room, do you? You're concentrating on getting around the track very fast. Such a beautiful design. Here we've got a Mark 1 881 VDU. Wow. See, Mike Hawthorne was probably the most famous person who drove the Mark 1 Jaguar. This is 3.4, the most powerful version. Unfortunately, he was killed when he was on the Guildford bypass driving against Chapman and Mercedes in 1959, which is a real shame. This is like a sort of tribute to him with lots of power. And then another Mark 1. You don't see too many Mark 1s actually. You tend to see Mark 2s an awful lot more than Mark 1s.
These now.
Excellent number plate, of course. Buy one. Fabulous. That's a very, very, very valuable car. One of the last of the Mark 1s actually. They changed to the Mark 2 in 59. It's celebrating an anniversary. I think these did come out in sort of 55, something like that. So possibly we are celebrating the anniversary of the Mark 1. This is a Mark 2. Doesn't say exactly what year it is. You can see straight away that the car looks quite different. It's got a much larger rear window for a start, and the wheel arches are different too. And this is Mark 2 in the back. That's dead giveaway as well. So you've got a Mark 2 convertible here. It kind of looks a bit like an SK150 in many ways. It's pretty surprising considering they were both in production at the same time. This one's an auto. There we go. You can actually have your replica of Noel Gallagher's car if you want to. Got enough money. Say 67 to 3.8. So what's that worth? Who knows? Ooh. 2006 Jaguar XJR 4.2 supercharged. Now this is better, isn't it, viewers? We like this sort of thing very, very much. And a nice beige leather interior with wood. It says you kind of luxury and go fast, viewers. It's quite nice. I drove one of these, when was it? 2022. It was a 3.5 V8. And it was very nice. Next, you've got the Aston Martin Owners Club, celebrating 90 years. Oh, we've got something really old here. Aston Martin, of course, has been around longer than the Owners Club. Oh wow, it's an international by James Young. Goodness gracious me. From 1930. I suppose when the club was formed, it was the sort of thing people were driving. Superb. Personally, I prefer this, it's DB24 or something, isn't it, this? Is it even painted or not? This is DB24. It's now in bare aluminium, okay. And why not? Then we've got a 2012 Aston Martin Repeat. How much are these worth these days? They weren't massive sellers actually, as far as I remember. I think you could buy them for like 20 grand. 0 to 60 is 5.2 seconds. Yes, another rare Aston is this Signet from 2012. This is the Highline. It was listed at £33,500. Of course, it's a Toyota IQ that's been modified. I have obviously driven an IQ, I haven't driven a Signet, but at about 3 times the price of the IQ, it was a slightly difficult thing to sell. It's supposed to sort of help with average EU fleet emissions, I think. But it does look quite nice. I like the look of it. And we've got a DB6 Volante, I believe this is. From, let's have a look here. Yeah, Vantage Volante. This is a 67. And it is, well, it's absolutely stunning. I wonder why it's only got one head restraint on. The driver seat didn't have one at all. Why would you have one for the passenger and not for the driver? Why am I asking questions like that? Anyway, let's go on to the Bristol Owners Drivers Association and have a look at this very nice car here. I do like Bristol. I'm very fond of them, actually. If I had lots of money, I'd probably have one. It's the same sort of level of quality as a Rolls Royce, but it's just a bit more sort of subtle. I'm not sure I'd have this particular shape though, because I'm not so fond of this square shape. I can't remember what this is called now. It's got different names. Oh gosh, look at this interior. Ooh, gosh, that is it's nice. I like that. It's a 412. Okay. This one doesn't actually say what year it is. And we got a Bristol 450. It's a very prominent carburettor that with there. This is more like it. Bristol 411. Like these viewers. Sorry, apologies. The 412 over there does have a plate on it. It's a sort of 75, I think. This one is about 1971, 72. As you can see, you've got the battery sitting there, which is a good, tidy place for it. Lovely interior, although we've got some Morris Marina internal door handles. I think those external ones are off a Maxi or something like that. And on the other side, which is up there, we'll try to walk around the other way. We've got extra luggage space. Yeah, so here we go. That's for the spare wheel as well, though. That's where it goes. It's quite sort of cleverly set up. And the Gordon Keeble stand, of course. Gordon Keebles were mainly manufactured at what is now Southampton Airport, but used to be called Eastleigh Airport. There was like an industrial estate next to it, and that's where they were made. Some of the later ones were built in a place called Sholing, which is in Southampton. The very earliest ones were built in Slough, because it was a sort of continuation of the Peerless Motor Company. Unfortunately, what happened is that the company didn't go under exactly. They ran out of supplies. They had various component manufacturers, and they couldn't get the parts together, so they couldn't sell the cars. So it wasn't that they went under exactly, it's just they couldn't make the cars fast enough because of supply issues, and so they had to stop making them. This is a 64, and it's beautiful. Apparently these are extremely nice cars to drive. I would like to try one myself, but I've never had the opportunity. They look fantastic as well. V8 engine in these, superb. Here's the Allard stand. I actually did have a little passenger ride in Allard last year. I wasn't able to drive it, but I didn't know where I'd get insurance for it, and also it was a bit scary looking, so we didn't just drive it. This is a J2 here. Sidney Allard was a crazy man. Like he designed the bodies himself, and he drove the cars. And he just sort of did everything really, and he was a racing driver. So J2X, I think a lot of them had the full pilot V8 engines in them. It's a J2X Le Mans, which looks better. It was all over, I think, 1953. It was all over by. This one's a J1. For about 1948. The L-Type was the one that I actually filmed last year. I forget exactly what, I think it was an L2. Why the owner bought it, I don't really know. It's for such rare things. We've got more Bristol action here as well, excellent. Again, here's the place where the spare wheel lives, the wing there. Oh, and another beige leather interior with wood. Yes please, viewers. We like that sort of thing very much. This is the 406 S drop head coupe from 1961. This is a 400 drop head. 400 was, I think, the first of them entirely. This will be from the late 40s then. And for the 70th anniversary, that would make this a 1955 405 drop head coupe. Let's have a look at some beige leather interiors with wood, shall we, viewers? Very nice. Ooh, it's even better. Oh, viewers. We're definitely in the right place. We've got wood and piping in this one. And then another 412 drop head. This will be a 75. Oh, no, sorry, this is a bit later, 77. I do apologise. To look at the plate, shouldn't I? Again, I'm not so fond of 412s in comparison with the 411s. There's Tony Crook there, who was the managing director of the company for many, many years. One showroom in the world, it was in Kensington. It's all gone now, unfortunately, which is a shame. The Honda NSX Owners Club. Sounds like a fun place. Ooh, yes, please. Very late NSX actually, with the standard headlamps, the poster pop-ups. They were changed because of legislation. Yes, originally supplied Jensen Button. 6-speed manual, you get a manual all automatic. Initially, only the automatics had power steering, which is very strange. The earlier one here was some pop headlamps. This one's a 2001. 6-speed manual, fantastic. Bit of a sort of extrovert colour for me, this, but I'm not going to say no to having a go at something like this. It is really rather nice. Type S, 3.5 V6 in there. This one is an earlier one. You can tell it's like got the wheels and stuff. Is this an auto or a manual? It's another manual. Why is the information sheet one way round? Oh, it's a 91. 5-speed manual. It's been repaired, actually. A tribute to Aston Senna. Because why not? It's actually got automatically controlled scale electric in the back. So why not? Let's go on and have a look at some Lotuses. I'll look at the front end of the NSX first, actually. That's what we'll do. Gosh, it's busy today, viewers. Yeah, there we go. Just nice cars. Right, let's have some Lotus action now. Go for one from the 70s first. Yeah. That's fabulous. That's an Eclat from about 79 or something. Don't see many of these. You tend to see the Elites rather than the Eclats for some reason. Stunning design. And then they've got an Elite. I remember when these came out, actually. I just feel really old when I say things like that. It came out 29 years ago now. 30 years. I feel really old then. This one is CS, that would be in 98 or 99 with the 1.8 Rover K series. Even with the K series, 118 horsepower, it was still really quick. I mean, there were more powerful versions available. It was still fast. And then an Exige, which is a development of the Series 2 Elise. This is a 2001. Then we've got an Esprit. This is from the early 90s, this one. 91, 92 on a J. We just haven't got the Mark III Cavalier door handles yet, so it's not one of the very late ones. Oh, viewers. One thing I'm a bit concerned about, and actually Roger Moore was bigger than I am, he managed to get it out of it okay, but like, it looks a bit cramped. Probably is, but do you sort of care if you're driving one of these? I'm not sure you do. Then we've got a Series 2 Elise, 220 Sport. I bet this is quick, viewers. Yeah, it's probably a Toyota engine, isn't it? I can't remember what year this is now. I've got DRLs in there, so Series 3? I don't know, because I'm ignorant. Okay, well, we've got this later Exige. There's so many people in here. There we go. So at least sort of 2011 or later, isn't it? I think these are quite expensive. You could buy them until quite recently, like 2019 or something. You could still buy an Exige. Let's finish off this part by having a look at the Marcos Owners Club. They aren't cars I really know a lot about. I get confused between all the different types and things like that. They're very nice and everything, it's just I don't know a lot about them. Marcos Mantara from 1993, 4.5. Some Ford bits in here for sure. They still don't look very different though from the ones from the 60s. This one's on a Q plate, so who knows? Another Q plate. Ooh, justification. Excellent. Here we go. Marcus Mantula 2.5 twin hybrid turbos. Does it save a 0 to 60 time on here? No, it doesn't. It's probably not very long though, is it? Gosh, it's so low. I'd have difficulty getting in and out of there. Really, does it matter though when a car looks like that? You have to worry about stuff like that. It's a very racy looking Marcos here. It's a modern one. It's a Mantis Challenge car. It's got the 4.6 Ford V8. This is 66, very early ones. It looks fantastic, looks so good in fact. There's someone's painted a portrait of it there. Sorry, not paint, that's a pencil. Oh dear viewers, what another terrible video. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment below. And we shall see you again in the next part for some more incorrect information.